In the dazzling whirlwind of the Chinese entertainment industry, where emotions are often hidden behind the spotlight, the story between two major stars, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, has once again taken center stage with a narrative far deeper than mere professional collaboration. This time, it's not a drama or a joint project making headlines, but rather a shocking confession from Wang Yibo that left the public speechless. He finally spoke up about the feelings he's kept hidden for so long. Rumors of their closeness are nothing new. Ever since their work together on the Untamed, fans from all over the world have witnessed a strong chemistry between them, one that seemed to transcend the screen. But those speculations were quieted over time by each of their increasingly packed schedules and formal statements that distanced them from gossip. However, in a recent exclusive interview, Wang Yibo broke the silence about his relationship with Xiao Zhan. With a tone unlike his usual self, gentle, honest, and slightly bittersweet, Yibo admitted that there was a time in his life when he found himself constantly searching for the presence of someone. And that someone was Xiao Zhan. His words struck a soft but deep chord among fans who had long suspected there was something more between them. Yibo shared that for years, he couldn't quite understand why Xiao Zhan had such a lasting impression on him. "Back then, I thought it was just admiration, but it turned out to be much deeper," he revealed quietly. He also recounted the quiet moments they shared during filming. Not romantic scenes or scripted interactions, but small things like silent glances, unexpected smiles, and Xiao Zhan's habit of arranging the items on his dressing table. "Those little things still stick in my mind," he said, his voice tinged with emotion. When asked if this was simply puppy love, Yibo just laughed, a laugh that felt hollow. He confessed he had been too afraid at the time to understand his own feelings. Too afraid of how people might judge him, too afraid of the consequences of feelings that couldn't be voiced out loud. And maybe, because of that fear, he chose silence and distance. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan has yet to make any statement about the confession. But according to sources close to him, he was aware of the interview even before it aired. His response? He cried. Not out of anger or disappointment, but because he never imagined Wang Yibo would have the courage to open up about a wound they both had tried to hide. Some colleagues from the industry have also started speaking out. They admitted that they had sensed something different in the dynamic between the two. They didn't need a script to show closeness. "It was like there was an unspoken connection," said one stylist who worked with them. While many netizens praised Yibo's bravery, others speculated it was a publicity stunt. But for the true fans, those who followed their journey from the start, this was proof that love, in any form, can be complicated and painful, especially when it's silenced by the world's expectations. Yibo even revealed that he felt empty after the Untamed ended. Not just because the drama was over, but because Xiao Zhan seemed to drift away. He chose to keep his distance. "Maybe he knew how I felt and didn't want to hurt anyone," Yibo admitted, staring into the distance. That statement hinted at the possibility that Xiao Zhan had long been aware of Yibo's feelings. But to maintain professionalism, or perhaps out of the same fear, he chose silence. Two people who deeply understood each other, but were trapped in a painful silence. What made it even more emotional was Yibo's admission that he wrote some song lyrics inspired by Xiao Zhan. One of them, themed around loss and regret, was released quietly with no major promotion. Now, after his confession, the lyrics sound like a love letter never sent. Fans have started decoding the hidden meanings in the song. Lines like, "I never said what you should have heard," and "You drifted far while I stayed in the same place," suddenly feel deeply personal and heartbreaking. Interestingly, during a variety show taping, a crew member claimed to have seen Yibo watching Xiao Zhan from afar for nearly 10 minutes without saying a word. A gaze that was empty, yet full of longing. "Like he was having a conversation with a memory," the crew member said. Now that the confession is public, the big question is, will it change everything? Will Xiao Zhan finally respond? Or will he choose to leave the past behind and move forward? Time will tell, but one thing is clear: genuine feelings don't just disappear, even if they're never spoken. The relationship between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan has now become a major talking point among fans and the media. Many hope that the two can meet again in private, talk without cameras, without pressure, and without having to pretend not to care. On a radio show, the host accidentally mentioned Xiao Zhan while discussing Yibo's past. And Yibo, without realizing it, smiled faintly. a smile full of meaning. As if to show that even though the wound hasn't healed, the sweet memories still remain. So was this just puppy love? Or was it a mature emotion that never had the chance to grow, stunted by poor timing and overwhelming circumstances? It's hard to say for sure. But what's certain is that Wang Yibo has stripped away all his masks and chosen to be honest, even if it hurts. Not all love stories have a happy ending. Sometimes, the bravery to confess unrequited feelings is the purest form of love. And perhaps that's what Wang Yibo is showing the world, a love that demands nothing in return, only to be remembered sincerely. The fans' reactions have been intense. Many admitted to crying after watching the interview. Hashtags like #YiboConfession even trended on Weibo and X, formerly Twitter, showing just how deeply the confession impacted the public. Some fans have written open letters to both artists, pleading for them to meet and talk. "We don't care if you're together or not. We just want you both to be happy," wrote a fan from Chengdu. In the harsh and high-pressure world of entertainment, stories like this are reminders that celebrities are human, too. They have hearts, memories, and hidden wounds. And Wang Yibo, in his courage, has shown that vulnerable side in full. To many, this feels like redemption. Not just for himself, but for the love that once quietly bloomed amid the noise of fame and success. A love that never got the chance to be expressed in time, but has now emerged when the scars run deep. The ending of this story remains uncertain. Maybe Xiao Zhan will respond, maybe he won't. But Wang Yibo's honesty has opened a new chapter in their emotional journey, not as stars, but as two human beings who once touched each other's hearts. Now, all eyes are on Xiao Zhan. Will he reply? Or will he allow the confession to remain a one-sided memory? The world can only wait. But one thing is for sure, this story will forever be a deeply emotional chapter in the history of Chinese entertainment.